Peter Buswell here for Dr. Boyf, and we're going to take a look at two different communicators and two different strategies for licensing, support, and call management through a desktop GUI. We're going to take a look at ShoreTel's communicator, and we're also going to take a look at the 3CX MyPhone, which is their version of a communicator. And at the onset, we're going to tell you that the differences in licensing strategy are interesting. There are different approaches. Here for ShoreTel, you are going to pay $200 a seat to get a PBX extension with voicemail and to have this GUI at your desktop. This is the personal call manager. ShoreTel has for additional pricing, additional licenses, a workgroup call manager for an agent and a supervisor, and there's also an operator call manager. The 3CX strategy is a little different. There is no charge per seat for the 3CX implementation. That's right, no charge. $200 here, $0 per seat here. So how is this software licensed? This software is licensed by simultaneous connections. So if I have a 100-seat deployment under ShoreTel, I'm going to be paying $20,000 in software licensing and 10 to 15% of that for ongoing support. Before I have spent $1 on hardware. I haven't bought a handset yet. I haven't bought a gateway. I haven't bought my server. $200. Here with the 3CX solution, we're looking at $0 cost per user, but with a charge for simultaneous connections. So if you have a 100-seat deployment, zeros for the seats, but let's say you want to have 10, 20, or 30 people simultaneously engaged in a live phone conversation, you're going to pay per simultaneous connection, and that's going to be at the low end a couple $100 per connection. At the high end, 1,024 simultaneous connections, you're looking at something like $51 a connection. So the more you buy, the less the cost per connection is. Here we've got a relatively flat tax. To put it in economic terms, we're at $200 a seat. Here we're at $0 a seat. Interesting difference in strategy and the impact that it's going to have on your annual support. Let's take a look at functionality. Both systems have very similar interfaces, implemented a bit differently, but they're very similar. The ShoreTel communicator has tabs and or windows for key areas of the product that you'd be interested in. Your call history, where I can see the number of calls, inbound, outbound, missed, access to my voicemail, company directory, speed dials, things of that ilk. Likewise, we have the concept of standard in a meeting out of the office call handling, in which we can dictate that we want our calls handled differently depending on our office status. So when I'm at my desk, standard, I want my phone to ring. When I'm out of the office, perhaps I want it to ring my cell phone and then go to voicemail. You just have a variety of configuration options. It's a great tool. Everybody will use standard. Really advanced users will also configure out of office, and our fast reader group will even have an in-meeting call handling. In the 3CX product, a very similar concept. We have the ability to configure our call handling for our forwarding rules. for our different available, away, out of the office, etc. I can set it up for no answer here during an incoming call. How do I want that situation addressed? I can send it to my mobile. I can send it to a ring group. If I'm busy, I can actually have it handled differently than a ring no answer. And I can set this up as I can in ShoreTel for my out of office mode, my available mode. And you can, in fact, create these. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 call handling modes here. And in the ShoreTel world, we're basically the same. So you configure call handling in the ShoreTel a little bit differently, but the end result is the same. I have the ability to set up standard in a meeting. Here's when I'm available, I want calls to ring my desk and then go to voicemail. Personal operator inside my bell box. If you press 0, you can go to my teammate. ShoreTel has, in version 13, we have the ability to set up call routing to our primary extension, but we might also say that in the standard and out of office mode, I want my primary phone and my mobile phone to ring. And if people use the find me, follow me option, I wanted to ring my mobile phone and my home phone, send the caller ID, prompt them to record their name, just a variety of very, very powerful and useful features for call handling. And that's how we do it in the ShoreTel world. If we take a look, you'll find that we do the very same thing in the 3CX world. Access to my voice messages. Interestingly, I have access to the queue. Now in ShoreTel, this is going to cost you either an agent or a supervisor license on top of that $200 you paid. But here, built into the zero cost iPhone application, you can see that I have visibility to the other queues. Being a supervisor here, I have the ability to log myself in and out of the queue here. I, being a supervisor, can log Arwen in and out of the queue. I can see, answer, abandon, information about the call status, all from within my call manager. I can set my various call handling modes, and I can also create some custom status notification information. Back at the extension level, where in ShoreTel we have contacts where we can see the status of our different teammates. Here in the 3CX, we likewise can see the status of our teammates. I can right click and I am able to chat, for example, or set up a call to their mobile, their intercom, log them in and out of queues, create a conference. The 3CX has the ability to create drag and drop conference, schedule a conference, and it's a very powerful, very capable for systems that can live within the 4 to 1024 simultaneous connection space. Obviously, the ShoreTel is going to scale to thousands and thousands of desktops. So there's an architectural point at which the two systems don't compare. But licensing strategy is interesting because this is going to impact your ongoing cost of support. $200, probably $20 a year to support it. $0 here at a flat rate support contract. So I hope you have found this interesting, and I thank you for viewing.